New firmware. We're downloading. Just basically install it and let the camera do its job. It's going to take a couple of minutes, about 5 minutes time. Once you go forward, there's no going back with DJI at all. It is no longer like a GoPro where you can take older firmware and go back and forth. One day, GoPro is going to do the same thing and no longer offer manual download firmwares. And when this happens, a lot of people are not going to be happy. Now, I have a Sony ZV-1F and it has firmware to update. I have yet to update the camera, and basically there's nothing in this camera that I want to update. Everything works perfect, near perfect. I can't hear the shutter stop sound anymore sometimes. I cannot hear the playback sound at all. It is on the highest volume of 15. And yeah, it is what it is. So I did get with Sony, and I did say, can we get that for the hearing impaired? I can hear pretty good, just that some of us can't hear certain things. 51%, that should be transferring all that information. And what is it going to do? It's going to magically fix everything. It's going to fix your sharpness. It's going to take care of everything. It's going to just fix it all, and you'll be a new camera person. Don't blame me. Blame DJI. DJI, 25% more. It's 143 meg, and it's version 01 03 1030. There it is. That's the firmware, people. Very simple to do. A lot of people don't know how to get firmware back. You hit the home button, connect your camera, and the firmware is there. You tap on it. And if you can't get to it, you go into your profile and make sure the two little badges are on. We're done. Just like that. It's updated. It's looking for the device. It's reconnecting, and I gotta, hey, why am I having trouble? Connection failed, reconnect. It just shows you that you have to do things over. Join the network again, and we'll be reconnected in no time. It set our camera back to reset it up. I'm on 1080p one time, and there I am back on. Now, I am going to go into my profile, get out of the app, close my app down, get rid of it, and I am going to open up DJI again, and I'm going to show you where the information is at. Here's the cog. If you don't have these two things here checked on the very top line right there, then you're not going to get firmware. So what has firmware done for me? It reset my camera all back up. So I go back to my 4K. I go back to my horizon balancing, and I just basically, I'm on 30 frames per second. I'll leave that. And I go in and I look at my Pro. I see my field of view is on D-Warp standard, and I can't touch it. Priority, low light is off. Image quality is on. I want it off. And I am pretty good to go. If I go into the Pro, I go into the microphone and I see the same things if I don't play with it. Mono, stereo, white noise on. I see my auto exposure. I don't see anything over here that shows me my white balance when chosen on auto. And I have my EV value at negative 0.30. And I want to have my my ISO, my things there. And yeah, I don't love certain things. My auto white balance, there I go. I want that on manual, and I want to put it on about 5600 Kelvin. And there it is. I'm able to see my white balance, front screen and back screen. Big deal. I don't know how important that is. I'd rather see my battery life indicator, and I need to put my exposure on auto. And I don't like using Pro. Pro doesn't really help me out. And I don't see what they're talking about, frame rates and all. I'm happy the way it is. I'm going to shut my camera off. I'm simply going to remove the battery. And I am going to do that one simple test. I'm going to record video. Took forever. See the camera focused in. I'm going to shut it off. And again, I'm saved on 1080p. I wasn't saved on 4K. I'm going to start my video and I'm going to stop it. And you can see I'm on 1080p. I'm not sure why that did not save. 4K, 30 frames per second, rock steady, horizon balance, close up, shut down. I'm going to remove my battery, do the same thing like I did, crash my camera, and I am going to hit the record button. 4K 30, I'm good to go. I'm happy. 3 seconds later, I'm going to start my camera. Immediately. That is beautiful. It works immediately this time. I'm not sure why other people complain, and they say they have the opposite effect. On that note, I'm Fish, and I catch you on many other videos to come.